start by introducing the cheerleaders first. The 2005 senior cheerleaders. First is Samantha Ackerman, being met by her parents, Camille and Bob Ackerman. Next is Liz Casanova, being met by her parents, Virginia and Vincent Casanova. Next is Kristen Haida. Kristen is being met by her parents, Ellen and Volko Haida.
Hey, Kristen!
Daniel Robichaud is next. Being met by her mother, April Robichaud. And last but not least, Daniel Sangster, being met by her parents, Patty and Richard Sangster. Now introducing the 2005 senior football players. First is number 54, Andrew Benevento. Andrew's being met by his parents, Ellen and Vincent Benevento. Next is Mike Concannon. Mike is being met by his parents, Susan and Mike Concannon.
Come over here quickly. Mike, make sure you guys.
Next is Andrew Davis.
Yeah,
Andrew being met by his parents, Sandra and Graham Davis.
Captain Black. Captain Black.
Hey.
Here comes Andrew Davis, number 22. Number 67, Sam Anderson. Sam is being met by his host family, Clara and Michael Parker. Number 7, Kevin Philippone, being escorted by his father, Steve Philippone, and meeting his mother, Paul.
Good job.
He's taking a picture. Over here. Okay. Over here.
Next is number 1, Jesse Giratana. Jesse being met by his parents, Chris and Glenn Giratana. Number 71, Matt Hambor. Both being met by his mother, Mary Hambor, and his father, John Hambor, and Eve Robinson. Number 5, John J.J. Johnson. Being met by his mother, Cynthia Johnson. Tommy Lee. Tommy being met by his parents, Kim and Paul Lee, and their son Mike Lee, former hand player. Number 10, John Lewis. John being met by Sandy Dowling and Mark Lewis. Number 51, Justin Lindahl. Justin being met by his parents, Lynn and Chuck Lindahl. Number 14, Kyle Murphy. Kyle's being met by his parents, Lori and Bob Murphy, and their son Chris Murphy, a former hand player. Number 9, Ryan Neisler. Ryan being met by his parents, Terry and Scott Neisler.
Nice.
Number 20, Mike Pasqualoni. Mike is being met by his parents, Shirley and Jay Pasqualoni. Number 74, Mike Sardiano. Mike being met by his parents, Eileen and Frank Sardiano. Number 91, Brian Schaefer. Brian being met by his parents, Brian and Jennifer Schaefer. Number 4, Mike Sieb. Mike being met by his parents, Elaine and Mike Sieb.
Nobody knows now? See that one on the red?
Number 3, Ryan Shaw. Ryan is being met by his parents, Mimi and Larry Shaw. Number 83, Jack Sheehan. Jack being met by his parents, Diane and John Sheehan. Number 81, Luke Soderstrom. Luke is being met by his parents, Gail and John Soderstrom. Number 12, Pat Spisley. Pat's being met by his parents, Roseanne and Terry Stisley. Number 8, Mike Wilson. Mike being met by his mother, Ann Wilson. And number 6, Roger Wilson. Also being met by his mother, Ann Wilson, and brother, Mike.
Go.
And that's it for the senior members of the Daniel Hand Shoe.
Justin Lindahl. Number 70, Mike Orts. Number 71, Matt Handor. Number 77, Mark Fassine. And number 91, Brian Schaefer. Captains for the Daniel Hand Tigers are Andrew Davis, Justin Lindahl, number 47, and Tommy Lee. One note, because of the observance of Veterans Day today, there will be no pasta party after the game at the high school. No pasta party after the game. As a result of the coin toss, Amity will receive.
Good evening for Madison Public Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger Football. We're at game 9 of the 2005 season. The Amity Spartan from Woodbridge. Andrew Davis for Hand will kick off to Amity to start the game. Going to hit and be fielded at about the 15. Run down the middle and across the 30 to about the 32. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff. We got Josh Matty on the camera to begin with. John Woods is here. Steve Fuse is here. Steve was down on the ground level earlier to get all the seniors. Senior night here. Should be a good football game, Frank.
Should be good. They're an L school, Amity is, who's looking for a playoff berth. They haven't qualified, so they're going to be playing very hard. They're not far out of contention for it either.
Well, the first play from scrimmage. We'll see if this one gets short. Just stopped short of a touchdown like last week, Frank.
Yes, indeed. That was a killer of the game.
Quarterback keeper gains about 5.
5 yards.
They got a 6-2-1 record so far in the season, having lost to Xavier, which everybody else that Xavier's played has done this year. And they also lost to Wilbur Cross. They tied Fairfield Prep.
And they've got a 5-game winning streak since then.
There you go. So they want to beat this. If they could beat Hand, they get a lot of points towards their endeavor. Hand certainly doesn't want that because we're right almost on the cusp.
A short dive across the middle, right across the 40. Going to bring up third down and a 2 or 3, about 3 yards to go.
So tournament expectations, we're saying Hand is 3 now in the M School division. Thanks to that loss last week to West Haven, dropped hand down to 3 from 1. So getting tight. Han wants to be able to win the game as much as Amity does.
There's a tight formation here for Amity. 3rd down and about 3. And they're looking quarterback keeping this way. And he's very close to a 1st down. Let's see where that one's marked.
Moulton almost had it. Moulton's wearing number 34 tonight. Man just wiggled out of Moulton's hands and got ahead to it there. Andy Davis finally doing the job.
Gave him a 1st down.
Gave it to him.
Got just enough for the 1st down. Ball at the 43.
Unfortunately, we don't have weights and measures roster for Amity, so we can't really help too much there.
'77 Massini is right in the middle of that defensive line. They're going to run to the right and a dive forward across the 45 to about the 46, 47.
Yeah, like we were saying, Massini normally is a defense, had been only going defensively. We see him in there in offense to start this game.
They got big number 74 there,
Yeah.
Sardiano playing a tackle position on defense.
Well, I'm sorry, he is on defense. What the heck am I talking about? So Massini is in there, but he's changed size. He usually is over where Sardiano is. And so you get Sardiano, Massini playing the mid position there.
And Schaefer.
And Schaefer. Sequist is absent right now.
2nd and 7.
Man.
Dive up the middle, and that one's hit right near the line of scrimmage.
Oh, not only is he hit, but his head jerked backwards with the force. He felt that one.
Who was that? I didn't get who the tackle was. Sardiano was in on that.
He was. It came right at Sardiano, and he did a good job of blocking the hole and left it up for a bunch of other guys to come in and take him down.
71 Matt Hambar now into the defensive line.
Ramblin' Hambler in there. He's a good, tough guy.
3rd and 5.
From the gun.
Shotgun coming this way. He just crosses the 50 down to about the 48.
Boy, that's going to be close depending on the spot. Should be short, though.
That's going to be a yard short of a 1st down.
Now they're bringing in a bunch of New Jersey, so they must be looking to try to punt it away and do the old field position thing. I wouldn't think they'd want to let Hand chance it right now with a yard to go.
That's Ryan Nisley going back to return this punt. They're not sure that Amity is going to punt. Now he drops one back.
Amity does have, if I remember, some tricky plays, like maybe the short hike, the direct snap to a tailback of some sort.
Good snap. He's aiming toward the sideline over there. Pretty
Nice
good
kick.
punt. And a
And
good
it's
roll. Going to roll inside the 10 to about the 8.
It doesn't go out of bounds, and it gives them a very, very good kick down there.
The punter, as soon as he got the snap, he turned himself toward that sideline.
He had that aimed, and he aimed it well. Gives him a good, about a 35-yard, maybe 38-yard kick. All net yards, too. No run back whatsoever.
And first possession. We're early in this game. We've played about 4 minutes. And that's a dive up the middle, and that's not going to get much.
It certainly didn't. It almost looked like one of the Amity players jumped off, but I guess he didn't break the plane.
Andrew Davis carried the ball.
You notice we have unofficial, official stats coming up here from prior week's games from Bob Murphy, the retired old man. I guess that's what he does, sit down in a rocking chair, gives us stats. We appreciate the stats. Says that
And there were a couple of stats that jumped out at us from last week's game. We got an offside jump off this time.
Flag on the play.
Looked like a white shirt broke early. They're a very good passing game against West Haven. Shaw to Concannon. Concannon caught 10 passes, and Ryan Shaw completed 20.
That was
half
amazing.
of them to Concannon.
Yep.
What's interesting about that is that both of them get their name in the Hand individual record book.
2nd and 5.
Shaw for completing 20 passes, which ties the record held of at least 15 years, and Concannon for 3 touchdowns.
There you go.
3 touchdown catches.
It puts them up with some pretty good company.
I noticed the last person that did that was Scott Schweitzer. There's a pass that got intercepted at the 28. Ryan Shaw put that one a little bit behind Concannon, and it intercepted.
There was good defense. There's no question about the defensive player had good position. He was tailing Concannon all the way across. Obviously, they know he's a go-to guy, and he was there in position.
And Steve Philippone is giving his quarterback a small lecture after that one. Like, don't throw it right there.
Yeah, not if you don't have. He didn't have to throw it, actually. He'd have been better off, obviously, to take a loss.
Good field position on the turnover for Amity. Quarterback keep going to the right. He's going to gain about 3.
Well, you know, that quarterback, if he's going to be keeping the ball a lot, you want to be starting to drive for his arms, the second guy in. He looks like a pretty big hombre down there, but nothing they can't handle.
Pass brought down by number 34, John Moulton.
Moulton and Hambar in on that tackle, and Moulton's wearing number 34 tonight.
34 tonight, yep.
Different number every week.
Yeah, it's you had the old "What's my line" on TV. This is "What's my number." He probably even has to look down at it.
Shotgun, quarterback looking to the far side.
Open. Oh,
and it's overthrown. Pretty good coverage over there by J.J. Johnson.
Yeah. J.J., the flaming redhead out there. Can't see it under the helmet, but he's got about as red hair as you can get.
And number 70, Mike Orts into the game for hand.
Feeling his oats. Orts. See what that guy can do. He's a good ball player.
Orts is the left tackle there on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and Massini in the center. And Schaefer over to the right.
3rd down now and a long 6. And the quarterback could not look like he missed the handoff on that. Brings it down to about the 20, gained about 3 or 4.
He did. A hand is got to drive through the tackle. Some of the tackles not quite driving through them the way you want to see it.
4th down now to 20 and 3 to go for Amity. So this is a big play for them. Played half of this first quarter already. No score yet.
Timeout.
And there's a timeout by Amity before they run the 4th down play. 4th down play, Frank. 4th and 3 at the 20.
4th and 3, big play.
They took a timeout to see if they run something razzle dazzle here.
An I formation.
Dive to this side, and they did not get it.
Oh, Handy Andy does it all.
That play was stuffed coming to the left side.
I don't know what gave that away, but Andy seemed to have had his psychic about that one. He was pretty much right there. There was one block that started to strip him. He got away from it, brought him down.
1st and 10 on their own 20.
That was like the old belly series. The quarterback handed it to the tailback, and that play was strung out and stopped cold. Hand with the ball back.
Nice containment.
5.5 minutes left before the first quarter expires. No score yet. That pitch wide to Lee coming this way.
On the load to carry.
Couple
Lee
yards.
to about the 22.
Gain of about 2 yards.
Mr. Lee is, according to the reports, 796 yards on the season. So he would like to have a good game tonight. 2 games, this game and, of course, the Thanksgiving Day game left. Neither one are going to be easy games at all. Hand really has to buckle in.
Guilford, for Thanksgiving, they've won 5 games also this year.
They've won, by far, having their best year in a long time over there.
That's Concannon in motion to the left. Shaw rolling that way. Pretty good protection.
Got him.
A low throw, a little bit too low to catch for Concannon.
It was right there, and he had it, but he just couldn't keep his balance. So in we come with Nieslick and Philippone.
With that great passing combination last week from Shaw to Concannon, I would expect teams would start to double Concannon a little more, which might open it up for Stisley and Philippone and some other receivers.
If you notice, Stisley's now appearing in the stats.
That's Shaw looking left, and it throws it behind Philippone. So far, Shaw has been a little wild on the throws.
He hasn't been quite there. For some reason, just doesn't have it put together yet. He's not got to get in his rhythm.
4th and long, handle punt.
He hasn't had the ability to put somebody out in a short pattern to speak of yet without being a lot of pressure. And it's almost that way that he seems to need to get into a rhythm on him. We'll see it, I think, before too long.
Ryan Neisnick will hit it near the 10. Good snap. And a boomer.
Beautiful.
High kick, fair catch. Fielded about the 43.
J.J. was there, though.
J.J. Johnson was breathing on him when he caught it.
If he had burped at all, that thing, J.J. was going to snatch it. All right, the Spartans, same school colors as Hand, black and gold.
Kind of unusual. Hand wore their home jerseys in their away game last week, and they're wearing their home jerseys, which are black, at home this week.
Of course, we like that. And as a whole, it's pretty good.
Amity starts at the 43. It's a run to this side, gains only a yard or so. And they've got a good running back here, Frank. He's got more yardage than Lee has this point in the season.
By about 100 yards on the season, so yes. They usually do produce some pretty good running backs. They are an L school, so they're a fair amount larger than Daniel Hand is. So they've got a little bit more of a student body to draw from.
2nd and 8, the ball just short of the 45.
Beautiful night tonight for football, right around 36 degrees. Clear, no wind.
And going down.
A little bit of wind.
There's a flag. That's the guy that usually keeps the clock.
He saw
delay.
something.
I think it was a delay of game, 5 yards.
5-yard penalty against Amity, delay of game.
That referee, when he throws a flag before the play, it's usually one of those illegal substitutions or a delay of game.
That's right. That's his job. He has the whole field in front of him.
I could do that job.
I couldn't backpedal.
Quarterback still got it. He's being pursued. Now you're going to bulldog him down. No gain.
Good.
Lost a yard. J.J. Johnson and I think that's Davis.
Yeah.
Over there that finally got him. That would look like a busted play. The quarterback collided with his running back.
Definitely did. There was a mix-up apparently in the play. They had called one play before the penalty, and then a man came in with another play, so somebody didn't get the word. But the quarterback did a good job, did a pretty good stiff arm to one of the Hand players who was going to throw him. But nonetheless, they still throw him for a loss.
3rd down, 13. Expect a pass here. The 2 receivers are to this side. And that ball is down on the ground.
All right. Very, very good. Good heads up.
That was Moulton that recovered the ball, but the one that I didn't see who really messed that play up, but he was right there when the quarterback was trying to pitch it.
That was Moulton Lava at his best. He burned him, didn't he? He burned him. Good.
And takes over to 30 with just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. No score. Looks like Davis with the ball.
Boy, it's awful stingy up in the line there, the interior line play.
Yeah, they're only going to give him about a yard on that one.
2nd down.
Tommy Lee in. Pat Stisley out. Sieben Moulton, double tight ends on the left end of the line.
Expect to see Mr. Lee come this side. Nope, going for a pass.
Looking to
Going
throw to
long.
Concannon. Concannon goes high for it, but they can't get it.
Boy, I'll tell you, that
Incomplete.
was awful good coverage again.
Third down and 9. Andy Benevento over the ball at center. Now they're loading up the right side. Fake to the left. Gonna throw right.
Got him.
There's his man. Complete pass at the 15. Concannon makes the catch at the 15. Frank, with those 10 catches last week, Mike Concannon, I figured out, was within 6 yards of the all-time yardage gained on pass completions during one game.
We were talking about that as we were coming home from that game, and it's interesting it got so close.
They're going to run to the left, and Lee is trying to get
Nice
by a
cut.
man. Gets by one, but there are two more there.
Yeah, but it was a nice cut because there was nothing for him if he continued to go wide. I don't think he could have outran that man. The man had the angle on him, so he tried, cut him, juked him inside, got at least a couple out of it.
Yeah, he gained a good 3 anyway. Now Sieben Moulton in,
Both tight ends.
and
Philippone
and Stisley are out. Usually that means they're bringing in a little more blocking for running play.
That's right. And
There's a run. Over right guard, right tackle, across the 10.
Davis.
Davis carries.
Andrew Davis with a gain of 2 yards.
Gain about 2.
Third and 5.
Again, very stingy up to the center.
And we're right at 1 minute left in this first quarter.
This is obviously can get a first down because it's
Third and 5.
got to get to the 5.
And that's a reverse Moulton carrying the ball.
Nice.
And John Moulton,
Just shy of it.
I don't see any signal that they're going to give him a score.
Just shy. Nice jump.
But boy, he takes it down to about the 1 foot line.
Oh, he was flowing along there pretty well, wasn't he? Huh?
No, Moulton was
Nice little hole there.
was flowing, yeah.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Molten lava flowing downhill. Is that what that is?
Yeah, I asked his dad if he had gone and looked up pyroclastic flow, and he had. So I'm going to have to ask him about that.
First and goal now at the 1. And
There he is,
that looks
Justin
like
of the piece.
Lindahl goes over the top. Touchdown.
The flying Justin hurls himself over the back. How about that? 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
And scores first with only 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
And again, what a job done by the center, Benevento. He just dives under there and brings him down, and over the top goes Justin of the base.
Davis to try the conversion. High snap.
Whoa!
Kicked up and good.
He's getting in the habit of kicking those line drives.
Well, Shaw did a good job of spotting that ball. The snap was a little high. And scores first.
Gain a few inches if he helped us.
Hand scores first against the Amity of Woodbridge Spartans.
It was nice to have the shortened field because of the fumble recovery.
Andrew Davis back to kick.
Davis hits a low one. Gonna hit on the ground and roll. Finally picked up at about the 17. Going to the far side, cut down short of the 30.
Short of the 30. Nice job. Who was the man on that?
Kevin Fantarella.
Yeah.
Return of about 7 yards.
Looked like Pest. It was that
Amity ball, first and 10.
Pasqualoni, or who was it that brought him down?
28, I saw there.
On their own 29.
28, of course, is Josh Garita.
No,
Quarterback still got it. An option
Nice.
coming this way.
Hit beautifully down there by
Nicely
Andy.
came up, and Andy Davis made the first hit.
Ryan Nislick.
Andy Davis. Took him on head on. Saw him coming around the pile and went over and met him.
Gain of 4
But
yards on the
he
play.
lost something out of his headgear.
I think he lost a chin strap or something there. He's looking for it.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an official
guard?
timeout or is this a hand timeout?
I don't know. It should
Whatever
normally
it
be an
is, we got a
equipment thing.
break in the action.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, that's a quarter.
The score, Daniel Hand Tigers 7. Amity Spartans 0. Second down.
Quarter number 2 coming up.
Boy, that was like a rocket, wasn't it, that first one?
Yeah. They're running this way, and the quarterback. Somebody took it away from him, Andy Davis, but they're going to call him down.
You got to call him down. It's more just a forward motion stop, really. That was nice. I like seeing that, though. That's going to make that quarterback think.
J.J. Johnson.
Maybe take a little bit more time to get himself going, but nobody in hand bit on that particular fake to the fullback and quarterback keeper. Nice job by the Tigers.
So we got Massini, Orts. Who's the one on the far side?
Sardiano? No. Massini, Orts, and then Schaefer.
Schaefer, the 3 down one. Quarterback still got it, rolling. Being pursued from behind. Now he lost it up. And knocked down nicely.
Oh, nice play.
Murphy.
Oh,
Kyle Murphy caught up with that one and knocked it down.
the Murph and Surf, the Surf and Murph. His older brothers here who did a great job doing the same thing a few years back for the Tigers. I always like to have senior night, see that sort of thing.
4th and 5 now at the 34. And Matt Hambor is into the game. Mike Concannon drops back to return the punt.
Good defensive series that time for him.
Cannon back to receive.
It's a good snap.
Pressure.
And a floater. Look at that thing, a knuckleball. Concannon feels it cleanly at the 34.
The first one.
Coming this way. Good return, cleared back to midfield.
Nice job he did. He got himself about like a 16, 17-yard return. He outran the first man coming down there. And they not quite enough down there to take up a wall. But he still got a nice return.
That punt return, however, puts Hand in a very good field position.
And had some good pressure on the kicker, too. I like seeing that. I too often Hand is very conservative, I think. And
Ryan Shaw, he's hit one pass so far, I believe, right, Frank?
now it's Shaw time, right now.
It's handed off deep to Lee. Lee cuts around the corner. Kind of keeps going backwards.
About six,
Gains about 6 anyway.
Nice job.
Got in there with a gain of 6 yards.
Good crowd for Hand again. Not as many from Amity as I expected to see here. We thought that with them having a good season would be a lot more fans out there, but not that many. But good turnout from Daniel Hand.
2nd and 4. Ryan Shaw hands it off to Lee in the backfield. Lee's trying to turn the corner.
Morris
And
Should be a
he's
first
near a
down.
first down.
should be, depending on the spot, and I think it is.
That should be a first down. Right at the 40.
So chalk those 10 yards all the way over to Tommy and his fast feet. Ha, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee.
First down for Hand at the 40. Shaw rolling this way,
Nice
looking to
block.
throw. There's his man going deep. Oh, he's wide
Got
open
him, he
down
got
there.
him.
That's Concannon. Touchdown.
All
Mike
right.
Concannon got 5 yards behind his defender.
And Ryan Shaw saw him all the time. Like I said at the start of the series, it's shot time. There it was.
Yeah, Ryan didn't throw that one away. He put it right on the number.
And what a block was out down there in front by Andy Davis. I mean, one of the linebackers slipping through and going right for Shaw, and Andy picked him up and put a licking on him.
I watched Concannon a bit on that one. He kind of gave it 3/4 speed.
Yes. Yeah,
And then he turned it on.
turn on the afterburner.
Kick is up and good. 14-0.
All right. Oh, let's listen to the hand band. All righty.
Over. Mike Concannon, the rate he's going, is going to be among the leaders ever for a hand on receiving and yardage and touchdowns. As a wide receiver, he's had a super season so far.
Yeah, and there's been some awful good ones here at hand as well. And you know, it's two sides to that coin. Well, actually, it's like anything in a team sport, but he certainly has the hands for it.
That ball is fielded about the 11 or 12. Run to the far side,
Nice.
and
Good takedown
good
over there.
tackling there.
John Moulton with the stop.
That's Moulton and
25-yard line.
and Schaefer make that tackle.
Milton and Shaker.
About 11 yards.
And that was set up to be a left return all the way from Amity's standpoint.
Amity's ball, 1st and 10 on their own
Kind of
25.
interesting to see if you kicked it to the, you know, when you see that they start to set up like that, maybe in the next kick you go a little bit more of an angle to the opposite side, see what might happen.
All right, it's a 25 where Amity starts this drive. Look at 2 men in motion.
Yeah.
You get a flag on that.
Yeah.
You get a flag on that one, and he drew at least 2 of them.
There's a flag on the play.
I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with young double M's down there. Mike Massini, he sophomore and has had one heck of a season. He reminds me, even though he's not playing a position, very much of Mark Toney. He really does. And Mark Toney, of course, playing linebacker,
15 yards to go.
you know, all his career. But just as a sophomore, you knew that Mark was going to have a great career here. And Messina just keeps his nose clean, does it what he's supposed to do, you know, studies and does all the neat things. He's got a real neat career ahead of him. And
It's now 1st and 15 for Amity. Oh, man. Goes to the left, and now they got it stacked up.
yeah. Second down and about 12, probably. Well, no, they're giving him more than that.
That's kind of a tricky play when you got a man in motion going each direction.
Yeah.
What if they meet in the middle?
8 of 4 yards on the play.
I used to work with a guy who played on the LSU National Championship team in 1958, and he was a starting guard on that LSU game, and he was telling about some big game he played in where he was a pulling guard, and he got up and pulled one way, and the guard on the other side met him right behind the quarterback, and they both fell flat, and the whole stadium laughed.
There you
There's
go.
a man wide open over here, and brought down with a short tackle, however, by Bagnoli.
Complete to number 20, Mike.
Very nice tackle by Bagnoli.
Ryan Vesey.
Boy, oh boy, that almost made it all the way.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 2.
They bring it forward to about 2, I guess.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. Okay, they need to stop this when they get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's going to be a run up the middle,
nice.
and that I don't think he's going to quite make it, is he?
He had to get just to this side of the 35-yard line. I
think he has to cross that stripe. Let's see where they put it down. Boy, that's close.
I think he's got to get a few more. I think he's probably a half a foot short.
Stop at the line of scrimmage by Mike Wilson.
Oh, it's right on the line, but they're going to bring in the chains. Make Charlie Gebauer run a little.
That's it. They can run a little bit down there. I've been kind of complacent lately, kind of getting. Well, they got it.
Boy, he got it by half an inch.
I thought he had more than that to get, but guess not. We couldn't quite see it, I guess, across
Got the first down at the 35. Mike Arts comes into the game for Sardiano.
All right, come on, Tigers. Let's get a stop out here, guys. We're looking for a quick drop.
Left. Oh man, wide open over there. He's coming back into some black shirts. So
yeah.
Knocked down at the 40.
Pass complete to number 89, Rod Platt.
Nicely, because the last man up on the tackle.
Number 8, Mike Wilson.
Mike Wilson there too.
Davis having a little trouble with his helmet again, but got it back on.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Bagnoli goes the other side, lining up.
Amity quarterback brings it down. And
get him down.
They can't get him down, but it's not going to be a very big gainer.
No.
Although he pushed the whole pile forward for 2 or 3.
Somehow he's getting some pretty good line drive when he's doing that. And hand just can't seem to get under him. They got to get a little bit lower if they can.
Stopped again by Mike Wilson.
They've got a left guard over there for Amity, and
2 to go.
he's a 275-pounder. We only have, like I say, a couple of stats from a newspaper clipping, and he's one of them. He's a 275-pound guard over there on that left side, and
3rd and 2.
Looks pretty athletic. Quarterback is asked to do a lot.
Oh man, broke through, and he's on the way, and that's Lindahl can wrap him up from behind. I thought they were going to have an offside against Amity on that one.
Yeah, they should have.
One guy moved a little early, but no flag. Justin Lindahl finally makes this tackle.
Amity first down.
First down.
Well, you get he did move in my mind too, as I'm saying, and just enough to get a little bit of an angle on and seal off that side over there.
Yeah, I could call that one better than the referee.
Yeah.
First down, however, clear down to the 27. Quarterback looking to the right. It's knocked in the air. That was Nisley that was very alert at knocking that ball down.
Yeah, he was trying to get it too. I mean, he would have liked to have been able to pick it off. Couldn't quite get there, had to dive for it, sell out the body a little bit.
2nd and 10 at the 27.
2nd and 10.
And we've got a fairly decent crowd here tonight for a night that's 39 degrees and dropping.
Veterans Day, 2005.
Now we got an old tank man and an artilleryman up here.
I was going to say.
There's a run up the middle, big run.
Whoa.
Stopped by
one of the Wilsons, huh?
Not sure if that's Nisley or
Nisley, yeah.
He almost took that one to the end zone. First down at the 16.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day there, Lieutenant.
First and 10 on the hand, 16.
Timeout.
Timeout, Amity. With a first down at the 16.
There's still a few minutes left to get your 50-50 raffle tickets.
After that timeout by Amity, we're ready for action. Quarterback looking to throw, being pursued. Now he's trying to outrun Moulton on this side.
Got him.
He's going to get crunched. Takes it down to about the 12.
A little bit of a gain on that, but boy, Moulton really can pick him up and lay him down.
Moulton
and get out
was
there.
chasing him.
We saw that's where we first gave him his name of the Pyroclastic Flow was when he got 2 quarterback sacks a couple weeks ago against Notre Dame of West Haven.
Pyroclastic Flow.
Downhill and very fast.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
We're down to 5.5 minutes left before the half. Amity threatening here.
Watch a misdirection maybe. They're loading up this side.
They're going to the left. Across the 10, down about the 8. That's the old bulldozer running style there.
Ball spotted just inside the 10. Third down.
Third and about 3. Ball at about the 8. So they get to the 5. They got a first down. Motion left. The quarterback keeps.
Well, it's going to be a first down.
And he's very near a first down.
Yeah. And I mean, that was, boy, I'll tell you, that was tough on the 3 down linemen because they had a spear point going at him on that offensive line.
Ball sitting right on the 5-yard line now.
No,
first
and
and goal.
they didn't get anything too much out of it, but they got enough of that first down.
They like to let that quarterback keep it, don't they?
They really do.
Pretty big, good-sized kid.
He better be in good condition and everything because, boy, that's awful.
It's a dive over the right, and that one doesn't get much.
Schaefer was looking to maybe pick that ball out, too. That's nice.
That's Davis and Lindahl, the 2 guys that met him head on.
Another timeout.
Timeout.
And Lindahl having trouble with his helmet.
That's Davis, isn't it?
That was Lindahl. Oh, was it Davis again? Jeepers. Got a real equipment problem. Yeah, it was. You're right, Davis.
Okay. Second down and goal.
A roll to the left. Watch this. You got a wide side there.
Yeah, he's going to roll left. And now he's going to keep
pressure.
Nice.
Nice.
And he's cut down.
He got back to the line of scrimmage, but he was cut down nicely out there by
Lindahl has stretched that out.
just another piece.
Actually, lost a yard.
Stop by number 47, Justin Lindahl. Third down.
Well, that's it. I mean, he really tried to dive forward, but his knee hit the ground apparently a little bit behind what we thought was going to be the spot. This is a pretty good test of the Tigers' defense right now. This is heavy-duty pressure right now.
Third down play. They may try to throw it to the end zone. Got 3 receivers to the right.
Yeah, the wide side right, too.
Quarterback rolling this way.
Got some pressure on him.
Being pressured. Gets away from one. Now he's going to chuck it out of bounds.
Incomplete pass.
Nice pressure.
Way out of bounds.
And that was Schaefer in on him real tight. Almost got him. He wiggled away from Schaefer.
Fourth down.
Fourth down now. And fourth and goal. The ball's outside the 5.
Well, do they kick or they go? They're trying to look for this.
They're going to try to throw it again here, I bet.
As opposed to a field goal
First
attempt.
down, 5 yards to go.
Hand is ahead, 14-0. But
just
Amity's got another shot here.
Yeah,
Fourth
and
down play.
they brought in another receiver that time too. And then the 89 down here is a guy they've already received one good pass that we've seen him take, and he's a big, tall guy.
Quarterback now he's going to bring it down, and he's going to be stopped short. The hand will get the ball. Stopped at the 3.
Oh, it opened up. Everybody going one way or another, and he saw open daylight down there, and it closed right up on him. Lindahl was there, the Wilson brothers.
2:48 left in the half, and Hand has just stopped Amity's most serious threat to score.
His parents, Alex and Elizabeth Davison, drove up to the game from New York tonight.
Super.
About a big round of applause.
Ryan Shaw starts this drive from the 3.
And Sammy is in there. They're just talking about Sam and Anderson.
There's a dive over the top there.
Sam Anderson has had a wonderful, wonderful year this year, and he's nice to see his parents be able to come and make it to the game. He's a senior, outstanding young man.
Maybe the camera can see that there are banners all along that fence down out in the end zone and the west end zone. There are 23 names there, 23 seniors.
That's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing for the hand program. You hate to see him go, but you wish him the best.
That's a run to the right and a flag in the air.
Flag on the flag.
Andrew Davis was going to take it to the right, but that flag was thrown in hands backfield.
And it'll probably go half the distance to the goal, I would say.
Procedure call.
Procedure against hand.
That's going to make it's about on the 5-yard line, so about 2.5-yard penalty.
Can't go backwards too terribly much here. Well, we're just outside of 2 minutes left in this first half.
Second down.
Hand would like to get one first down anyway to use the clock, get out of that big hole, and run this way, and brought it up to the 5 anyway.
You could hear the smacking of the pads from up here on that one. He got about the 2.5 yards back.
Andrew Davis carried
To the 5-yard line. Third down, 8 yards.
I think Andy Davis felt that one a little bit.
Oh.
He got smacked.
Benevento gets up there on the ball. An outstanding job, as we say.
3rd and 8. I'm going to run right.
Oh, nothing.
Into the line, and that one's not going to get much.
Nothing there again. Boy, oh boy. It's going to be 4th down and long 6.
4th and
Maybe even
long.
more.
Hand will have to punt out of their own end zone.
Yeah. Something you don't like to do too much, but nonetheless, that's hard.
Timeout Amity. I think that's their last one, isn't it?
Is it their last one? I don't even remember one other one.
I thought they had used 2 before that. Anyway, we'll take a break in the action and be back for Hand to punt out of their own end zone.
No, I was looking up at a star, wondering if that was a star or an airplane up there. Or a very slow moving meteor.
Okay.
I think it's a
That's
plane.
a Madison Community Television blimp.
Blimp, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Down
Oh.
play there after.
Whoa, close.
And Nislek booms it out of there, fielded it to 40, and hit immediately.
JJ, my boy.
J.J. Johnson and also number 15, who is Jared Johnson.
Oh, good job by the guys.
Well, that's a pretty good punt from hitting it in his own end zone.
Yes. And of course, with punch, you go from the line of scrimmage, which is about the 6. So he got a pretty clean 32 or 3 yards out of that. Very little return, maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, not much return on it. So Amity has a minute 10 to work with here in the first half.
And they're going to want to speed it up, I would think. They get it heavy loaded over the far side, but nope, they run.
Oh, run up the middle, a big run, clear down to the 25 and across it.
My goodness gracious. That was a heck of a hole that it opened up there. My gosh. They opened that thing up. It was a little bit of a delay too, Ken. I don't know if you noticed that, but I think everybody did expect to be some. All right,
Quarterback looking left, trying to throw across the middle and broken up nicely. That was Nislek that went up and
those 2 boys
timed it perfectly.
Yeah, those 2 boys look about the same size, don't they, out there? I mean, 89 and Nislek number 9, standing side by side out there, about the same height.
Now we're inside of a minute left in this first half. 55 seconds to be exact.
Timeout hand.
Timeout hand. 2nd and 10. The ball is at the 25. We'll take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe it is down there.
Last minute here. Amity would dearly like to get on the board here.
Boom.
Across the middle. Complete pass. Clear down to the 5. 1st and goal coming up.
Boy, that guy was wide open.
Used 5 seconds off the clock for that play. Quarterback in a shotgun. Now he's going to look to run it. And he's hit hard at about the 3.
Driven sideways by a couple of the guys down there, but boy, they're trying to move that quickly.
The quarterback loves to bring it down and run with it, doesn't he?
He really does, and you know, they are opening up pretty good gaps down there for him.
The quarterback's going to go to the left.
Oh, bring him
And
down.
he's near the goal.
No, yeah.
Oh, they're not going to give him a touchdown, but he's on the 1.
Yeah, and they can't stop the clock apparently because they haven't done it. Now somebody stopped the clock.
Clock says 12 seconds.
Why
Hand
would he stop the clock?
and takes a timeout here with 12 seconds left.
Stop the clock.
The class of 2008 selling water bottles.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure on that. Maybe they didn't have enough men on the field or something.
Well, they had the place already out.
By the concession stand.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I mean, that gives them the time they needed. That was played right into Amity's hands. 12 seconds left. They couldn't stop the clock. It was still running. They had to come up quickly. They wouldn't have had a whole lot. I mean, what, about a yard to go? Maybe not even?
I would anticipate that quarterback will continue faking like he's going to throw or hand off and just keep it again.
Right now, there'll be nothing but, I mean, just a quarterback sneak is what this will take. They've got the horses up front.
But he might not do it on this play because if he doesn't make it, it'll run out. There's the quarterback dive over the middle. Touchdown, Amity, with 10 seconds left in the half. Just a straightforward dive over the middle of the line. And Amity's right back in this game.
They are
within 1 score. Conversion try coming.
Number 20 is the guy going to be kicking it. He's the one that caught that long pass a few minutes ago. So must be a good athlete. 89 is the receiver. So they're kind of doing that Notre Dame thing. Your best hands are the ones.
Got a flag down before the kick. He kicked it off to the left, but don't believe that's going to count for anything.
Offside hand?
Offside hand.
Well, it was a no good kick, so.
Offside hand.
There, we'll try the kick again. It's a strange lineup for a kick here. It's good. 14-7, hand leading Amity, and we'll have a kickoff here with 10 seconds left. I'm sure this kickoff will be low and hard, Frank. I don't want a big run back.
No, I don't think they do want any big run back at all, of course. And with Tommy Lee in the backfield, you certainly get an opportunity.
Tonight's halftime show will feature the Daniel Hand cheerleaders. Followed by that Tiger Band.
Ten seconds left on the clock in the first half. And Hand's defense there gave up a big play. They went almost down to the 5.
Yep. That was the single biggest play that Amity's been able to pull off, and it was key for them getting that touchdown.
I don't think this kicker is going to kick it to Concannon. He's going to kick it low and then let it bounce. It's going to be fielded and down. That was Jesse Garantana that downed that ball.
Made sure of the play.
The 20.
Ball, 1st and 10 on their own 26.
9 seconds left. I would assume they'll probably just kneel down and
it seems
let
like
the
it.
clock expire for the first half.
Yeah, they got protection back there. Yeah,
And that's exactly what they're going to do. That'll run out the first half with Hand leading the Amity Spartans 14-7, and this the ninth game of the season. At the halftime, the Hand band and the Hand cheerleaders will perform, and then we'll be back for the rest of the game.
Tiger at Flag Squad, Lauren Brunt, Maren Brunt, Ashley Flanders, and Ashley Equi have choreographed a fast-paced and high-energy flag routine to the classic 1979 dance hit by Donna Summer, Hot Stuff. We would now like to recognize the senior members of the band and Flag Squad. Matthew Altanji, clarinet. Sean Andrew, percussion. Joe Banks, trumpet. Danielle Bartlett, flute. Maren Brunt, Flag Squad captain. Lauren Brunt, Flag Squad captain. Andres Calderon, alto sax. Eric Canty, trombone. Jessica Dan, Flag Squad. Lawrence DeBora, trombone. Ashley Flanders, Flag Squad captain. Brett Friedler, tenor sax. Jan Michael Gare, tuba. Adam Glazer, trombone. Tom Goodwin, baritone. Chelsea Hagan, alto sax. Elizabeth Harmuth, clarinet. Rebecca Holberg, flute. Will Howell, trombone. James Kenny, percussion. Elizabeth Langevin, Flag Squad. Louisa Lawher, drum major. Jeremy Leeds Frank, trumpet. Mary Ellen Lorenz, clarinet. Courtney Lynch, bells. Jacqueline Murphy, trumpet. John Michael Parker, alto sax. Mary Pasalacqua, alto sax. Allison Rose, clarinet. Jonathan Rosenberg, trumpet. Lauren Sicca, flute. Elizabeth Trainer, drum majors. Mr. Pisano also would like to thank the many parents who helped with fundraising for the band and the volunteers who worked at the concession stand throughout the entire season. To close our halftime show, that Tiger Band and Flag Squad will perform our school fight song, On Wisconsin. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a child's Quicksilver wallet here in the
Rock and roll, second half.
Second half. And Amity is back in this game with that touchdown late in the first half. Hand will get the ball first in the second half. Back deep to return are Tommy Lee, and forget about them. The ball isn't going to get
Justin
half that
Lindahl.
far.
Come on, Justin.
That's Lindahl back to the
Attaboy.
40.
Well, you know, that's a good place for that ball to go because Justin, we know, can really pick him up and lay him down. Did get one of the touchdowns for us already tonight when he did that flying dive over at the goal line. Yeah, they tied that game. I mean, they got that touchdown. I mean, they did with less than 10 seconds left in the game, or right at 10-second mark.
In the half, yeah.
In the half, I mean. And we took the timeout, and it really is kind of a quandary to me. But anyway, now we're on to the second half. We can't adjust the past.
The way to respond, though, is to answer that with a score.
You bet it is.
And Tommy Lee isn't going to get anything there. Lose the yard.
No, what they're doing right there, he tried to cut it up a little bit tight on him, and, you know, there's nothing there but white jerseys. The ceiling wasn't done.
Here comes the receivers in. Philippone, Stisley, Nizelik. 3rd and 11 at least.
Sieb out. Sieb had a nice touchdown last week in the tight end position. Okay, it's shot time again. I want it. Let's go shot time.
Shaw operating out of the shotgun, and there's his man underneath. That's
Philippone.
Up to the 50, first down.
Philippone complete.
First down.
Good for the first down.
All right.
Kevin Philippone, a crossing route. Right where the linebackers had vacated.
You know, the funny thing, I didn't see him coming. I was watching Kincannon going a little bit deeper and thought the pass was going there. And I said, oh, my God, he's throwing it into the ground. There's Philippone right there. Nice gain, first down. Overload again. Got the.
That's Davis back to block. And now Davis is going to get the ball. Gets a little yardage.
All right, that's good. That's a reasonable, about 4 yards on that.
And Davis getting up a little slow after that. Kind of holding his arm or his shoulder.
Yeah, getting wind knocked out of him. He can't see where he's going, I don't think. That's not normally where you're going to go.
Second down and 6.
He's waving off the trainer.
He appears they might have gotten the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, might have landed on the ball, you know, that sort of thing. Did get hit hard.
Gained about 3.5 to 4. Now they're going back to the old shotgun a little bit. Concannon motion left. And heavy pressure on the quarterback.
And he caught it.
Knocked in the air, and now brings it down and goes clear to the sideline.
The old volleyball routine.
A defensive man knocked it in the air. Shaw caught it and made good yardage.
That is a good piece of the shot time right there. That's a new wrinkle. New wrinkle. I got about a 4-yard gain out of it.
Sometimes that ball gets knocked in the air, you get it intercepted too.
You betcha, boy. That's what can happen right there. Philippone out and
very alert on the part of Shaw.
You bet. He's a good athlete. He really is.
He gained a little over 7 yards after catching his own pass.
Wide pitch to Lee.
Tommy Lee breaking through. Man got a hold of him. They're down to the 23.
That's it. About a 24, 25-yard gain on that. 20-yard gain anyway. 25-yard gain maybe.
Ball down about the 23. First down hand.
Nice hole on that right-hand side. We've been looking for that all night. A little bit of something on the gap so that you can get the running game going. Keep the linebackers honest. That opens it up for the receivers. Lone setback again.
And that's handed off to Lee again, going to the left, cuts it back.
Nice.
Down near the 20.
Right, reasonable game.
Gain of 4. Second down.
Oh, somebody's got a wood fire burning. And
Yeah,
does it smell good?
Yeah, I can smell it.
I could just see myself sitting back by that wood fire.
I live 5 miles away. It isn't our house.
A little bit of hot chocolate, reading a nice book, feet in my warm slippers. Oh, nothing like it.
Second down and 6.
Except for this.
Yeah. There's Lee going to the left. He's got some room to run.
He does some. He has it a little bit
Got
up
a
there.
corner out there.
Oh, yeah.
Good yardage.
First down again.
10 for the first down.
It's going to be
Tommy
first down
Lee
and about 6.
is fast enough to turn that corner if they can seal it off a little for
You
him.
bet, and that's what happened right then. They had a pulling blocker over there, able to seal off that outside linebacker, and he was able to scoot right by him. Nice
First
job.
and goal now to about the
6-yard line.
6 or 7. Can't tell. There's no line across there. About the 6, it looks like.
Yeah, about the 6, I would say.
First and goal. Tight formation here. Everybody in close.
In lone setback, another pitch.
And that's Lee going to the right. Cuts it back.
Jeez,
Still moving.
got about 2 out of it.
Down to the 3.
Let's see where Mr. Davis is. Philippo, Nislik,
With a gain of a yard.
Kincannon, and
Boy, they bring in 4 receivers here.
Inside the 5.
Moulton comes out. Ooh.
Trying to figure out who that is. It's
85.
wearing 89 for him.
Yeah.
Mazzanotti.
All right, here we go. Shot from the gun.
Renshaw
nice
rolling
pickup.
right. There's his man.
Got it. Oh, no good.
Incomplete pass at the goal line.
Philippone?
Pass intended for Philippone.
Yeah.
Kevin Philippone
Oh,
was the
right
intended
there.
receiver. Just a hair low.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite hold it.
But again, it was really put to a place where nobody else is going to get it.
Seben Lee back into the game.
Third down.
Third and goal.
Sizzlin' Stizzly is out. Normally we're used to seeing a power eye situation. Hand hasn't really run a power eye this year.
Not much, have they?
No.
And here they split it wide. And quarterback still got it. Pass in the end zone. Touchdown Hand. There's a flag after the play.
Late hit.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Late hit.
That was Davis that caught the ball.
Davis, wow. He came all the way over from the, he had lined up, which would normally be a slot, although there's nobody the outside of him. Lined up all the way to the left-hand side and came across. And I really think that Ryan was looking for him all the way.
Let's see what that flag is.
Yeah, because he had the touchdown already made, and the other.
Personal foul, Amity. Personal foul,
Oh,
Hand.
double.
Oh, are they going to give him the touchdown, or are they?
No, they should.
Personal
Would have been
foul.
after the touchdown was made. So it's it's going to be an offsetting penalty, I think. Personal foul, Amity.
Yeah, they also signaled personal foul against Hand.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I see. Half the distance to the goal one way. And then
Yeah,
then
but-
it comes back to full length. So the penalty on the other one can only go half the distance to goal, which is 1 yard, and then Hand gets the full 15.
but do they get the score?
They should.
Or is it after? Well, they look like they're lined up to kick the extra point in
Yeah.
that distance, right?
Well, I mean, they would have scored the touchdown, then the flags came out after
Yeah,
that.
the flags came. The
And I
personal
think
fouls were after.
The
after
Hand
the-
personal foul would have been a retaliation foul.
Andrew Davis is trying to make a 32-yard field goal for an extra point. Plenty of distance.
No good.
No good.
Right, excuse
Went
me.
off to the right, just a little bit.
He had a lot of distance on it, good height and all that stuff, but it just floated a little bit to the right-hand side.
20-7 now with 7:48 left in the third quarter. At least they answered that touchdown that Amity got,
Yes, they did.
even though they didn't get the conversion.
Shoot up 4 minutes worth of time.
With 7:48 in the third period.
So,
Score is Nathaniel Hand Tigers 20. The Amity Spartans 7.
All right.
I think that personal foul against Hand was a retaliation for what the Amity guy did first.
Yeah, I would say so. But the Amity foul was on, that the touchdown was made, and he continued to push Davis and pushed him down. So that was the foul. There was no need for it. And then Hand came up, and the guy kind of said, well, you're not going to get away with that. And retaliation almost always will get flagged.
Davis to kick. And he hits a low one. It's going to hit, bounce, roll, picked up at the 20. And met at the 30. Push backwards.
Yeah, all right.
Forward progress to about the 31. JJ Johnson in there.
And Garita, I bet.
I think one of the highlights of the year, though, is when J.J. Johnson took out three blockers and a wedge on a return. What was that, 2 games ago, right?
Yeah, in the West Haven. That should be in the highlight films, you know, at the banquet, the football banquet at the end of the year. But I don't know if we actually picked it up well enough to show it that way. Oh, quarterback
option going right. He
nice.
slows up, and once he slows up, he's got a problem.
You bet. But it was nice pursuit, nice ceiling over on the edges like that.
And
nobody biting
the
hard.
problem meant he lost about 5 yards.
Davis throwing in for a loss of 5. Second down at 15.
Good to see Andy back in there.
That was one option where the quarterback did actually get rid of it.
I think he was looking to do it the whole time, too. He telegraphed it pretty loudly. Now he's got
Quarterback looking to throw, looking up top, and that's going to be a penalty. Murphy didn't know exactly where the ball was, and the ball hit him in the back.
Hit him right in the middle of the letters on the backside. And they're going to say he was face
He really didn't
guarding.
turn to look for the ball.
Well, you know, I thought in high school you didn't have to do that.
Calls pass interference against the Tigers.
Pass interference.
You know, usually what happens, though, is that the receiver telegraphs, you know, that the ball's coming by starting to look up, and you see his eyes widen and things like that. And that way the defense guy knows enough to turn around, but apparently it didn't happen at that point. So there's a little bit of just handing a little bit of instant offense to Amity that time.
I'll give Amity a first down at the 42. We're halfway through the third quarter now. Hand is leading 20-7. Quarterback keep it. Oh, he's got some room to run around the corner. Makes good yardage. They're going to mark it near the 45, it looks like.
Yeah, that was a missed defensive play that time because, again, they let the quarterback get outside of the contain. Quarterback's limping a little bit, but might slow him down a tad.
And 44. First down.
Again, that quarterback keeper, you know that he's going to be keeping it. I mean, they just started demonstrating that right off the bat during the game, so you got to make adjustments to that. They flooded the backside over there with receivers. Normally coming misdirection.
He hands it off. Oh, breaks through. And now he's off for the races. And brought down right at the goal, but touchdown Amity.
Boy, they flooded the right-hand side with receivers, and I think it took the attention of the hand players over that way, and just not quick enough to see the backside run like that.
Nisley brought him down, but just a little bit late. Touchdown Amity. 20-13 with a conversion try coming.
You know, again, a big play, though. 45-yard big play, 40-yard big play against Hand, and that'll do a number on you. Jeez. No good. Oh, jeez. I thought that was wide.
I thought it was, too.
I thought I saw it go this.
Kick is good.
They have a better look at it than we do, though. They're standing
From
right
here,
there.
we look to see if we can see the ball on this side of the goalpost.
I thought I did.
I thought I did, too. So that brings Amity within 6. We have 5:41 left in the third quarter. Hand with the ball. Back. Concannon and Lee are the deep men. This high short kick. It's going to be fielded on a bounce at about the 18. That's Lee coming this way. Cuts it back. Still going. Still going. He's all across the 40.
Oh, my goodness.
42.
Oh, my goodness. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Does that?
I'm
Mr.
amazed
Lee?
that there's no illegal block on all that action.
Oh, but it was fairly straight up, but old Tommy just kept spinning around. He must have greased himself up or something. Holy simoleons.
Well, Hand has played fairly lethargic in this game at this point, and they're only ahead by 6 points.
That's right.
In third quarter.
And again, it's been the big play has gotten through Hand. The big play in the first half was the long pass play, a wide open receiver, and then, of course, we just had that 40-yard run and the penalty.
Tommy Lee gains a yard. This defensive line for Amity is really kind of shut Hand's running game down most of the time.
They're very stingy right in the middle there, particularly. And, you know, it's one of those games. I mean, Amity is always a very well-coached ball club, and they always have a tough team, no matter what their record shows. And it's a good record this year, 6-2-1.
2-yard gain for Lee. Shaw looking to throw. He's going to put it in a flare out here to Lee. Lee dodges one man. Can't dodge them all. Well, he tries to, though.
Doesn't give up, does he? Huh?
Pass complete to Tommy Lee. Who fights for a gain of a yard.
Yeah, got a little bit out of that.
After all that, he gained a yard on that completion on the swing pass.
The swing pass over to the side here, but the Amity team was able to just come through with no blocking taking place on them, no interference. So Tom didn't have a whole lot he could work with.
Hand needs 6 yards to keep this drive going.
You bet.
Shaw looking to throw, looking
for
long.
Silicone.
It's out of bounds. Good defensive play. Forced Philippone to go out of bounds to try to catch it. 4th down coming up.
4th down.
So Hand is basically 3 and out. Still 5 minutes remaining in this third period.
Ryan Nisley will punt. And we haven't given the long snapper credit for being in there. Joe Robichaud is the long snapper. One. Good snap. And nice a punt. Boomer. Well, dropped at the 20.
JJ was right
Two
there.
Johnsons were right there.
The 2 Johnsons, right. Big Johnson and Little Johnson.
One on either side. Are they related?
I'm not sure. We'll have to find that out, won't we? Jared Johnson here is a junior, and old JJ is a senior.
1st and 10 on the 21.
Amity with the ball back at the 21. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Brought up near the 25.
A 3-yard gain.
Moulton comes into the game in place of Roger Wilson. Magnoli and Murphy are the 2 guys who cover the receivers.
Up tight in the box, as they say.
Quarterback still got it.
Boom. Hander's playing that for a run all the way.
Andrew Davis messed that play up. Nisley finished it off.
3rd and 3.
All right.
And Brian Schaefer was also right there.
This will probably be a quarterback option rollout of some sort.
3rd and almost 4.
And 89, watch him, he's going wide. Okay, well, this is also where they did that misdirection type of play, too. Yeah, that's it. Nice.
They got that one stacked up.
Nice.
Stocked up. Short of the 30. Bring up fourth down.
Excellent play. Excellent defensive play.
J.J. Johnson came up to meet that.
Yep. J.J., I mean, there was a whole bunch. You could throw a dart at the board and pick a name, and they were in on that play. That was very nicely defensed. Orts comes out.
Nisley out. And Concannon goes back to return a punt. This kid that punts for Amity normally aims for sidelines.
Yep. And he's normally gone to the right-hand side.
That's his wide side of the field.
And
now he's aiming this side. And near the sideline, Concannon gets away from it. It bounces and rolls to the 27.
He would have liked to have taken that, but he just didn't have enough angle on it or anything. It was a little bit too tight to the end line, the sidelines.
Handball, first and 10.
We're under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Hand takes over to 27. And they seem to be missing a little of the normal fire tonight. Well, of course, they played one of the top teams in the state last week.
And that was a whale of a game.
And toe-to-toe with them. Pitch to Lee in the backfield. Lee cuts it this way across the 30.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, a couple yards.
But again, the defense came in and filled the outside very, very well. Not a lot there for Tommy to work with. Got a little bit more than I thought he did. You know, again, it is where the ball is on forward progress. So if they even push him back a little bit, he still would get the forward.
Second and about 7. That's Davis up the middle. Davis does a spin. And he's close to a first.
Very close, yep.
For a gain of about 5.
Oh, he didn't know. They blocked. Hey, I got news for you.
Third down and a yard to go.
Man.
First down, Ham.
I thought that was
First down, Ham.
oh, they did give it to him. I was going to say that'd have to be an awful stingy spot not to get a first down on that.
Andrew Davis made a spin move to get an extra 2 or 3 yards and
Yes,
just
he
get
did.
enough to get it.
And boy, I love to watch Davis the way he runs. He keeps those legs just pumping hard and high and strong. Does remind me of Belmont of years past.
And that's handed off to Lee,
Tommy,
who
look
makes
at
a
him
cut.
pick it over. Oh,
Gain's
went-
almost 10.
yeah, the ball went down.
Tommy Lee with the gain of 10.
Touch, it should be a first down or close to it. Gonna call him out.
They're going to measure that.
The way they just spotted it might be a little bit short.
Referee's timeout for a measure.
Right down in front of us here, Kent. I think it's.
Well, you got no line over there on the far side.
Yeah.
So. This is a chance for the guys with the sticks here to warm up, get their feet thawed out.
Yeah. Got a good look at it. It is credit card short. First down. Oh! Bring out that toothpick. Right.
And they got that one by a frog's hair.
Oh my goodness. That's about as tight as it comes. All right, guys, let's take advantage of that.
First down now at the 47. Lindahl comes over in the slot. And Shaw rolling, looking to throw.
Tommy throws a nice block.
Going
Going deep.
deep.
He's got
Out of bounds.
out of
It's
bounds.
cut out of bounds by Stisley.
Oh,
Send it for Stisley, incomplete.
and it was a whale of a pass. Just about 2 yards too long or too much to the left, but what a pass.
Yeah, Stisley caught it, but he was a couple yards out of bounds.
And I mean, he had beaten the defense. The ball went past the defender. Unbelievable. Very, very good, but for naught.
That shows Shaw with a pretty strong arm,
Sure
doesn't it?
does, yeah. Throwing it from about the 40-yard line.
Rolling left,
Yeah,
no
rolling.
less.
Squared himself away nicely, got it out there.
Second and 10. Pretty good protection for Shaw.
Well,
That's the man underneath,
underneath.
Concannon.
Looking for the first
Concannon
down and
is-
got it, I think.
Oh, very close. Very close. I think we got a flag down on that,
It's a flag on the
Frank.
play.
That'll be a block, unfortunately. I would think.
Concannon, one of those underneath routes again. Crossing.
Going against hand. Shoot.
I didn't see the signal. What did he call there?
I'm not sure myself, but I thought it looked like a block. No.
Penalties against hand, illegal motion.
Jeez.
5 yards.
Illegal motion. Again, a nice pass play, however.
Yeah. However, they're
Second
never
down
going to show up
14.
in the stat books.
Robichaud comes into the game for Lindahl.
How about that?
Second now and 15. Hand with 5 receivers out. And they're rushing him. And sacked in the backfield.
Boy,
Just didn't have enough blockers to hold him out.
Safety blitz all the way.
Ryan Shaw thrown for a loss on the play.
When you got 5 guys out as receivers, you're a little short on blocking for the quarterback.
Exactly. It's a numbers game. There's no question about it. I mean, you literally have a man available anyway for the quarterback.
3rd and 22.
If that's the way you want to do it, you usually use him to double somebody else, but
3rd down and 22. We're down to a half minute left in this 3rd quarter. Pass across the middle, almost intercepted. Aim for Nislik.
yep.
Bring up 4th and very long.
I think that
Intended for Nislik.
that receiver really had it in his hands, and he was looking to take it
4th down.
the rest of the way down the field without getting it put away.
21 seconds showing on the clock in this 3rd quarter, and Isaac will punt. And a touchdown and an extra point can beat hand at this point. Good snap. Nicely gets it out.
Whoa.
Hit and rolls backwards.
Yeah, it's got to go forward
40
just a couple
play
yards.
by Ryan Nislik.
That was the long snapper, Robichaud, that downed that ball.
No, you see that a lot where the snapper is the first one going downfield. And we used to see that a lot with Mark Punzelt as well.
He was very adept at that.
1st down on their own 39.
1st down to 39. 12 seconds showing in the 3rd quarter.
Man, it's got to come up tough because they can't allow any
Quarterback still
keeps
got it going to the left. And
Get him
he
away.
is bulldog down. That should run out the 3rd quarter. That's Nislik that took him on there.
Yep.
That will end the 3rd quarter with Hand leading 20-14 against the Amity Spartans. One more quarter of play. This game isn't over yet. 6-point game.
It is a very tight game. It's anybody's game right now. Got to keep your eye on that quarterback. He's a tricky one.
2nd and 8. The ball's at the 41 for Amity. Quarterback still got it coming this way. And breaks a tackle. Goes forward for a little bit. Finally knocked down by Johnson and Lindahl.
I mean, he must be carrying at least 50% of the plays himself.
3rd down and about a yard and a half.
5 yards, makes it 3rd down and 2 to go.
Got to seal off the corners. Right now, they just changed the defensive line a little bit. Massini coming out here again onto the left, and Orts sitting in the center. Right on the nose. They want the 1st down badly.
Going to run right up the middle, and that one stopped short.
Yeah,
May have lost a half a yard.
nice job.
Fourth down coming up.
Santarella stopped at the line.
Ryan Nisley
Fourth down.
came up from free safety to finish that tackle off. We're early in this fourth quarter, so quite a bit of time left. Amity will probably punt it away. Concannon back to return.
Ryan Roddy back to punt.
After the punt, he kind of kicks it out of bounds. That one's fairly short.
He wanted to get a little bit further downfield, but not a terrible punt from their standpoint. He wanted to get inside the 20. He got it on the 25.
They're going to mark it at about the 34, it looks like. 35.
20, yeah, 30. Yeah, that's right. On the angles on the 35.
Almost.
Take over 1st and 10 on their own 35.
All right, not bad. So that was a good defensive stop.
Pretty good field position. The quarterback angled that one a little bit too sharply to put it out of bounds. Davis just goes across the 35.
Is very, very stingy down there. You
Less
said
than
that.
a yard. Hand needs to answer that last score by Amity. That's Lee coming this way, and he's cut down. That's only about a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8.
Well, again, I mean, it's almost a cliche to say it's a passing down right now.
Concannon's in the slot right. Stisley wide right. Phillip on to the left. He's going long to Phillip on. A little out of reach.
Pass intended for Phillip, incomplete.
Just a little out of reach for Phillip on.
Well, and what it was, a little bit more on the line than he probably meant to do.
Need to put that one in the air a little more, didn't he?
Yep. Give him a little more time to get down there.
And back to punt again. Ryan Nisley to kick from about the 25.
Well, kind of trading some field position here, and like to see him push him back a little bit further with a real good punt.
A good snap, and then Nisley gets a spiral out of there.
Oh, touched him right there.
And hit JJ inadvertently.
Well, Hand had taken over on the 35 in that series, and now they punted it back to about the 34. So just about an equal swap in field position right then.
We have just over 9 minutes left in this game, and it's only a 6-point differential.
It's anybody's game.
And ahead 20-14. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to the far side. Complete pass on the sideline. About a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, about a 3-yard gain.
Complete for a gain of 4.
It's one of those passes over the other side where the receiver almost hides in the sideline players when you're over there like that. Boy, the temperature's dropped a little bit more, I think, Ken.
I think the temperature's about 33 and a half right now.
A little bit slippery on the field, I would suspect.
They're going to what a defensive play that was. Nisley, is that it?
Nisley, yeah.
Nisley blitzes from the left side, and
well, that's exactly what they did to Hand just at the end of the third period. So he gave back the same way.
3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12 now.
I say it's a numbers game when it comes to that the quarterback being one of the players is always a man that could be assigned to him. And that's just about the case when you do a safety blitz like that.
Ryan Nisley does a little of everything. He punts, he plays free safety on defense. He's a wide receiver.
Quarterback's got it. Quarterback's got it. Oh, my goodness. Nice!
Down.
Oh,
That's Nisley knocks it down.
nice. Oh,
I didn't know if he was going to get there in
I
time.
didn't either. He just stretched out, threw his hand out there, and interrupted. I mean, the receiver was almost already counting the fact that he was going to get a reception at that point.
Ryan Nisley dominated that series, didn't he?
Woo!
And Amity will punt. 4th and 12.
Now let's see what happens now in the field position.
Concannon back to return.
The big gun.
A good snap.
Ooh.
And they're kicking that one to the far sideline.
Should be-
Again, he didn't get a lot of yardage because
Nope.
he
Quite
hit it
an
out of
angle.
bounds pretty quickly.
Big angle. It's going to come inside the 50.
Amity 47.
Yeah,
Wow.
quarterback, or the
45
referee
he's
is
going.
still
Wow.
walking backwards to about the 42.
My goodness. That was quite an angle on that one.
Yeah.
Boy, that's one for the highlight films, those two plays. Again, we'll probably see those at the Woodwinds or someplace like that with the chicken dinner, yeah.
And the small potatoes.
Yeah, small potatoes, the
Okay, and with
either
the-
peas or green beans with
And
almonds.
takes over to 42. Just over 9 minutes left.
Handball 1st and 10.
Shaw
Amity
rolling.
42.
Oh, he's trying to
He's got him.
find a man there.
Davis.
Davis.
Complete to Andrew Davis.
All right.
Andrew Davis. Looks like he's maybe a yard short of a first down.
Yeah, he used his baseball skills on that one, didn't he? Andy Davis will be going to Fordham to play baseball next year, and he went down and took that right off the grass.
Tigers.
Is that what pitchers do?
Well, he's got to be able to feel those ground balls and bunts, doesn't he? Huh?
Andrew Davis is a pretty good pitcher with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Is what colleges kind of like. Got just enough for the first down. That's Lindahl with the ball.
He breaks it.
Hurdles a man, takes it to the 36.
Straight ahead for
There again,
26,
I like
26.
seeing that. Davis probably came out of the game to take a little blow off after taking that reception, and Lindahl goes in. But again, we talk about a player goes in and he has a different running style, and that can throw the defense off. Now the 12th man tanks up. That's the man.
And Davis is right back in there. Davis going to get the ball.
Oh,
Now they're kind of powering it right at Amity down to the 20.
should be a first down, and again, just tripped up at the last second. Couldn't quite keep his balance, otherwise he was going.
And the hand band is still here.
Oh,
Davis hit hard. Gains a yard.
yeah.
Again, we've got a yard on the play.
Amity player down.
Referee timeout.
We got an officials timeout with an Amity man down, so we'll take a break. Pick number 75, one of the tackles for Amity, gets up and runs off the field, so it doesn't look like he's hurt very badly.
I couldn't tell what was wrong with him. It didn't look. It wasn't a cramp. They didn't treat him for a cramp.
And Shaw comes this way
Okay, he's
and
got a
looking
little-
for the corner. Lee cuts it back, takes it to the 15 anyway. About the 14.
Having over the game about 6.
Gonna be third. All right.
3rd and 4.
You know, we were talking just a minute ago about Amity. Last year at Amity, people wouldn't remember, but it had snowed during the day, and it was a very wet, damp, cold night.
I remember that because we were standing on about an inch of ice on
That's
top of
right,
the
exactly.
press box.
There was one other unique thing about that. I'll talk about it in a
There
minute.
goes Lee again.
Come on, get it! First down.
Lee crosses the 10. Should have it. That's to bring up first and goal for him.
Anyway, last year at Amity, we not only did we have all that ice and snow under our feet and everything, but if you remember, nobody had the game was called to a different day. We went on a Saturday, and nobody had the national anthem. So they didn't know what to do, but a bunch of the Amity mothers got up and started singing the national anthem a cappella. It was really, really neat. I thought that was just dynamite, and they did a great job. And then
first and goal, about the 9 now.
Come on, guys.
That's there's a flag. That's Moulton coming around and carrying the ball.
Yeah.
Justin Lindahl at the carry, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh, Tom Banish gave Lindahl credit for the carry. I thought it was Moulton. Maybe it was Lindahl.
Gonna be 5 yards. Yeah. Procedure.
Penalty shots against hand. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Ball back at the 14. Hand called a timeout. Steve Philippon went right out there and in no uncertain terms told these guys what he needed.
Talked a lot about last week. Some of those things were the little things that didn't get done right.
And that's a run by Davis going back the other way. Inside the 10.
Right. Well, he got the penalty back plus a yard or so.
Back down there about the 9 where they were before. But it's goal to go.
Ball spotted about the 9-yard line.
About a 5-yard gain.
Yep. Well, that was a good run. That got
He
back
just
to
got the penalty back, right?
I think I'm a little concerned on the hand trying to keep it right in the center, and they haven't been able to make a whole lot. Every now and then they've been able to blow a hole open, but all right, Davis. I'm liking that split Davis in the.
And Shaw rolling.
Oh, he's got time.
He's got some room to run.
Okay.
Incomplete in the end zone.
You know, that was the same kind of play that we just missed a 2-point conversion on last week, but that time it looked like Shaw could have probably taken it in.
Andrew Davis was the intended receiver.
Goal inside the 10.
And that kind of faked Amity out. There was nobody really after Shaw. He could have made some yardage over on that
I think
side.
so, particularly with the second down. He could have gotten it right, awful good if not, he's a big boy. He's not tiny. He gets his momentum going, and he can
Third and
stretch.
goal now at the 9. If you don't make this, I would assume they'd go for a field goal.
I would too.
Shaw, backside, incomplete pass. They were putting heat on the quarterback.
Intended for Mike Sieve, incomplete. Brings it to 4th down.
And there's Kyle brings out the tee to hand it to Andrew Davis. He's going to try a field goal.
Well, this is the thing to do, of course. Now,
they're trailing, or Hand is leading by 6. You're going to put it down about the 17, make it a 27-yarder.
And this is very, very much within his range as long as he can keep it accurate. And it's blocked.
It's blocked.
Andrew Davis's field goal is blocked.
Kick was fairly low and was blocked.
Yes, it was. It was blocked, and the ball is alive at that time. You want to be able to you got to down the ball. And the guys are losing some of that little bit there. So it's a takeover on downs, therefore, with the block punt. Now, Hand has had a couple of point afters blocked this year and a couple of punts. A couple of field goals blocked. So
Amity with the ball back at the 19. We have about 4.5 minutes left in this game.
And they're going to try to air it out, I would think, but watch out for that quarterback and his keeping of the ball.
Quarterback still got it. And he takes it to about the 23.
Gives him about 2.5 yards. Hand can come up real tough here. They need to come up real tough. Boy, oh boy, I thought they had about a 2-yard stop on that, and they go about 4 yards.
They gave him about 4, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know if that down marker keeps creeping up there on its own or what.
And 4 minutes left.
Got to play tough.
Need a stop or a turnover.
Okay, he's looking.
Quarterback rolling, looking to throw.
Looking
Now he
deep.
puts it up in the air.
Pick a ball, yes!
Oh, one-handed catch.
One of the Wilsons?
Who was that?
One of the Wilsons, I think. Oh, or was it
Number 6.
Micah Roger? That was Roger.
Number 6 is Roger Wilson.
Yeah, that was Roger. His brother Mike made one before.
What an athletic move that
Oh,
was. He
tip
knocked
it up.
knocked it
Yeah.
in the air with one hand and caught it with that one hand. That was the turnover they needed.
Excellent. Now you need to get a first down or two. Now, one thing I was going to say, it kind of looked like now Amity will really be going for the ball too, but they also have been starting to have some injuries and slow getting up on defense. Okay,
That's Lee looking for a corner. Look at that corner. Cuts it back. Still going.
He's going. He's going.
He's gone.
That's
out hand.
He goes all the way.
Everybody stopped running, and except for Tommy Lee.
Matter of fact, it was almost like he olayed a couple of guys. Guy coming up to tackle, he stops short. The guy goes by him, goes again.
Well, you could tell the defensive men thought he'd been pushed out of bounds, but he hadn't. He was still a yard inbound.
Whoa! Tommy Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee.
That was a heads-up run.
That might, that's going to put him up close to 100 yards, or 40 yards right there. All right. Tommy's such an exciting player to watch anyway.
They're going to go for 2 here. Shaw rolling right, and he's going to run it in. Takes it in, 2-pointer.
Very good. Excellent call.
28-14 now.
Excellent read by Shaw. Again, they're kind of running the same kind of play they did last week. This time he saw it, he had the opening, and he went with it.
3:35 left in the game, 4th quarter. And Hand now is ahead by 14.
Jeez, Andy Davis still having trouble with his helmet down there.
That was a good play by Shaw because he had the option, it looked like, to throw it or run it, and he saw the opening.
Made a very, very good decision because the receiver, Kincannon, out there was covered and didn't have an angle. He was running out of space. Now, can't have any letdown, Kent.
Yeah. Andrew Davis has been hitting these kickoffs low and hard.
Why they're being cold like it is, that ball is very dense, very heavy.
Like kicking a brick, isn't it?
Like kicking a brick. Now, we've seen heavier days. Thinking back a couple of years ago to that Pomperon game here at, what was it, 12 degrees with a wind.
And there's Neislich and Johnson going down to bust the wedge. And it's kicked short over on the far side. Brought back to about the 43, 44.
Well, good field position, but that looked like part of the plan right there, was to kick it short and kick it over to that side.
7-yard kickoff return. The ball is spotted at the...
That's a little better field position than you would like for him to start with.
Yeah, it is. It really is from my
Clear
standpoint.
back to the 45.
But it did look like that's where he was meaning to kick it. I don't know.
We have 3.5 minutes left in the game. And Amity is going to air it out now. Low snap, quarterback flips it in the
lock
air.
it up. It's pickable. Oh, interference. That should have been defensive.
Bagnoli had the best shot at that one, and the receiver actually knocked it away from him.
That's the old basketball move, right? Block him out, go up for the rebound.
The last 2 passes this kid has thrown for Amity have kind of been up for grabs. The rainbows out there.
Certainly the one before this one was indeed up for grabs because it was grabbed. This was so close that if the offensive player hadn't pulled Bagnoli down, then it would have been intercepted.
Low snap.
Put pressure on him. Got to
Quarterback
pressure
looking
him.
to throw.
Don't give him
and
any
now
room
he's
to
trying
move.
to come up the middle. And he is
Yes.
tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes. Was that JJ? No, Neislick. Oh, Wilson.
Also sacked
6.
by number 9, Ryan Neisler.
I was Neislick. Okay. I'm sorry, folks, but these
I thought
numbers
that
are-
was Roger Wilson.
Yeah, the numbers are just so hard to read sometimes with the glare and the way they're designed out there. 9s and 8s and 6s are very hard to pick apart.
Third down now and 11. Another pass play coming.
All right,
They're
watch out
loading
for-
up 3 receivers to the near
watch out
side.
for that misdirection type where they go the opposite side. Quarterback
Quarterback looking to
pressured by
throw.
Massini.
And incomplete.
Nice job. That was That was Mike Wilson.
Pass intended for number 20, VC.
Nice. Wilkinson almost had a chance to make a twin catch.
4th and 10 now. 2:34 left in the game.
They're going to punt it or go with it? Watch out for the fake punt. Only because
Hand does not have anybody back deep. They're
No,
not
they're
sure
not
that
expecting- they're
Amity's going to kick it.
if they do, they're just going to let it drop. Put some pressure on, maybe hurry him into a bad kick.
Yeah, he's going to kick it away.
Yeah, and he's going to get a good one.
And they're not going to return that. Let it roll. About to 14.
That's his best punt of the night right there, and that's when he needed it.
Settles at the 16-yard line. It'll be handball. 1st and 10.
Hand has got to now really protect that ball. They're down deep in their own territory. It was an excellent punt for Amity. The Spartans really need to get Hand backed up if they have any hope of getting the ball back or causing a turnover. And that's what Hand does not want. We got a couple of Hand players on the sidelines down here acting like twinkle toes. I won't say numbers like 72 or anything, but
What a good run by Lee, and Lee got a first down. Got about 13 yards.
Mr. Lee. Oh, Mr. Lee. Taking a beating, but keeps on ticking. Clock runs. Now, I expected that Amity might have taken a timeout at that time to stop the clock, but they didn't.
That's Lee with the ball again. And Lee goes forward.
There he
for
goes
about
again. Another 4 or 5.
5.
I think you can really,
About 5.
you're almost seeing it. I mean, a little bit of the defense being worn down at this point.
And that clock is hands out line. It's down to a minute and a half.
Got to take care of the ball. That's all. Just take care of the ball, guys.
That's Davis for the ball coming this way. Davis turns the corner. He not only threw one stiff arm, he threw 2. First down.
And,
He stiff armed 2 players.
well, and the second stiff arm was more like a right cross than a stiff arm. However, with a helmet on.
Is that the old forearm shiver? Is that what they call
it was a right cross the way Tyson might have thrown. Or Rocky Marciano is my age more.
Got a first down on it.
Nice job. Andy Do-It-All Davis, one of the co-captains. Again, along with Tommy Lee down there. And, of course, Justin Lindahl. Done a great job as
They're going to
tri-captains.
keep it on the ground. Coming this way. Lee with a big cut. And he's clear down to the 30.
30.
First down, clear down to the 30. And Tommy Lee is piling up some more yardage here, Frank.
Yes, he is. He's getting some good yardage. Like as he came into the game with 204 yards necessary to make that 1,000-yard mark that everybody likes. He did 1,000 last year, and he certainly would have that if you put all his all-purpose yards together. But today he's got to be up. He had a 40-yard run, another 20, and another 10. He's got to be well up there, about 120 yards for the game, I would think.
Ball down at the 30, and we're coming up to a minute left.
which would mean the Guilford game will be his last opportunity during regular season.
And takes a knee. I thought I saw somebody in the line move early for
I
Hand.
did too. The flag came out.
Yeah, procedure call.
Legal procedure against Hand, 5-yard penalty.
Might talk about the game next week, Frank. There isn't one.
That's right.
This is the 9th game of the season. Their 10-game schedule. The last game will be Thanksgiving morning at Guilford.
And if I remember right from what you said, you're going to be going to the sunny climes of Michigan?
That's right. So you're on your own there, Frank. You got to beat Guilford. But this has been kind of fun. I hope they win out these last two so that I can come back and participate in a playoff game.
It really would. Right now, Hand is ranked 3rd. You never know what's going to happen when you have it. Now, they'll get some good points from this one because Amity, they'll get the 10 points from each one of the Amity's wins and 5 for their ties. So there's a good 65 points to help out. And you like seeing that. So Hand shouldn't drop any further back than what they are, 3rd place.
That should be the last play of the game. We're at 15 seconds and running. And Hand is going to beat Amity 28-14. We'll close it up from the top of the press box and take it down on the field.
Of the cheerleader, the co-captains here, we have Danielle and Kristen, and we'll let you give your Danielle Sangster.
Yep.
And Kristen Heidi.
Haida.
Keep that silent there.
Yeah.
These guys have done a great job all year long, and we'd like to hear a little bit. We know you did a lot of work ahead of the season. Give us a little bit idea on that, Danielle.
Yeah, we went to camp over the summer and we brought home a bunch of trophies, including first place for our cheer that we did over at camp. So we were pretty happy about that.
And we took a conditioning class at the martial arts place in downtown Madison to get in shape, so it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys did a great job tonight. Been watching you all season long.
Thank you.
Just a little thing here, because I always like to hear people say things for the younger kids that may be watching you and using you as role models.
Right.
Last weekend, I went for my granddaughter, who's a 11-year-old, for a cheerleading competition in Waterford. It was so neat to see. Did you guys do that, or did you?
Yes, we do. We're actually really excited. We have a really good competition squad this season, and we're going to be competing in February, March, and April. So we're hoping to do good on those.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Now, a couple weeks ago, also at a game here, you had all the cheerleaders in town.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
How much time did you do to put that together? Or?
Well, we had 2 practices 2 weeks in advance, and they were both 2.5 hours each. And so we worked with them. We helped them perfect their motions, everything. It was a lot of fun, though, and I think it showed in halftime.
It was one of the best halftime shows I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
gals, thank you very much. We're looking forward to Thanksgiving and hopefully later on, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you plan on doing next year?
Probably cheering in college,
Cheering
I guess.
college,
Yeah.
What colleges?
You're right. You're right.
I'm not sure.
You're not yet.
Not sure yet.
All right, okay.
Whichever one takes me.
Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we're going to take the opportunity in this time to look at you tri-captains as we did in the first game and that sort of thing. Now we can do a little bit of looking ahead, I think. A little bit, not a lot. We've got Guilford out in front. Justin, how was the game tonight?
It was, everyone came to play tonight. Seniors definitely played their hearts out because it's our last game here. And we played well. We worked hard in practice, came out and beat they're a good team. They're on like a 5-game winning streak.
They were indeed,
Yeah.
and they're always tough in a
Powerful.
big school. They get a lot of good athletes.
Yeah.
Tommy, it seemed to be a while before we got the running game on track tonight. What what caused it to open up afterwards?
I think they're biting on the pass a lot. The receivers and Ryan Shaw did a great job out
Good
there,
blocking.
and then the line did an awesome job at the end. They came alive. It took us a little while to get it going, but the line came alive. Davis had 3 blocks on my touchdown run, so that goes a long way.
That was fun to watch. Andy, I see you're a Boston Red Sox fan.
Oh, yeah, right. No way.
What did you see from the standpoint out there as a linebacker? Let's talk linebacking work. That quarterback was all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, we knew going into the game, the option game, you have to be a disciplined defense to defend it. and everybody read their keys, staying on fullback, quarterback, and pitchman, and we were able to get the job done.
Yeah, it's a bunch of strong kids. We had to feel hard on them. They were a bunch of strong kids.
They do look like they're in pretty good shape and all that out there, don't they, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Thanksgiving Day's coming up. Anything different we're going to look for, right?
Guilford's not a bad team.
They're a very good team.
Can't take them for granted,
They're
right?
not the Guilford the last 2 years. They have a new coach. They're very strong this year. They have like 5 wins.
Yeah, they're doing well.
4 or 5 wins, so they're a strong team. And we have to take them seriously this year.
And they always show up to play on Thanksgiving.
Oh, there's nothing they like better than to knock us off.
Especially on their senior night.
You betcha, you bet. Okay, guys, thanks an awful lot. Grand game tonight, just terrific.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. All right, see you next week. 2 weeks.
Got your whole herd of guys.
Oh my gosh, this looks like an unholy duo, quadruple here and everything.
Rough night tonight.
What was so rough about it,
I
Ryan?
was about 3 for 30, and I caught one of my own passes.
Yeah, but you know what? I was at a Super Bowl one time, and I saw Fran Tarkington do that. But
Really?
you probably weren't even born when that Super Bowl
I think I
came
might
out.
look better doing it, too.
Well, I don't know. He's a pretty good-looking guy. If you have the wallet that he has by that time, it'll be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, what was you were finding out there? They gave you a pretty good smack
Yeah.
on one of those safety blitzes.
I think I had open receivers all night. I just didn't hit them. We had an off night passing. Thank God for our defense. And the bottom line is you can't keep our offense out of the end zone for too long. They stopped us pretty good. I mean, they contained us about as good as any team we've played this year. But you can't keep our offense out of the end zone too much.
Well,
Our defense is
it
great.
took a while for the running game to take off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, our running game at the end was great. Our passing game was pretty bad tonight.
They were probably the most physical team we've played in a long time. I mean, West Haven was real physical, but in terms of with the receivers, Amity was real physical. They were trying to bump us and stuff. So.
They were doing a pretty good job of that,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You're right. I mean, the tri-captains just now were saying the same thing. Very physical, very well conditioned, that sort of thing.
Yeah, very well coached, too. They always knew what they were doing, like what their assignments were and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's true. They're a good squad. Never can take them.
No, never.
All right, good. Surfing Murphy over here.
I love that.
You were surfing backwards, though, at one point there, right?
Oh, yeah, you know.
How were you finding it from your position over there?
You know, it was good. Like, not the safeties were giving us help, and we were just trying to make plays. And thank God that one of the Wilsons did, and it came up big. So.
What's that?
I was asking stats, sorry.
Anyway, you guys are having a great year.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to the Guilford game on Turkey Day.
Yeah. We'll bring that one home for you.
All right.
We'll
You're
bring
not going
that
to
one
take it
home.
for granted, right?
Oh, no.
Play
I think we might take this one for granted.
Look for some more stats in your favor for the record books. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Good
Thank
seeing
you.
you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, it's quiz time. Everybody, it's quiz time. We talked a couple of weeks ago. This is molten lava right here, everybody. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good tonight.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you rolling downhill pretty well?
Yeah, I was trying.
Can you tell me what a pyroclastic flow is?
It's the explosive gases from the volcano.
All right. I am some kind of impressed now. Just not another pretty face, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. How are you finding it out tonight?
It was a hard game. Just coaches make some great calls out there. I'm real thankful they let me run the ball.
Hey, that's getting to be a pretty good play, isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
Looking good. Hey, defense is really your bag as well.
Yeah.
Huh?
I try.
Okay. Gonna look forward to the next game and hopefully a couple more after that,
Oh, yeah.
right? Okay, well, look, I was really wanting to get a hold of you so we could find out if you did your homework on
Yep.
the molten lava
I
situation.
did my homework.
All right, good enough. Take care. We'll
Have a
be
good night.
seeing you. All right, everybody. Anyway, I think that's pretty good. Some awful good-looking people here, awful good athletes, awful good students. Nice to see the cheerleaders out there. They work so hard and get so little recognition of it, particularly from our standpoint, Ken. I think we kind of don't do enough that way. Maybe we can get some of the band people in here, too, another time. What do you think of that tonight?
Well, it was a good show. This is senior night tonight, and there were 23 names of football players there playing their last home game.
Oh, I know. It's always hard to see that, but, best wishes to them next year.
So Hand is 7-2. If they could beat Guilford on Thanksgiving Day, they would probably be in the playoffs. If they don't, it's still up for grabs.
Everybody else will depend on what everybody else does in the league.
So their next goal is to make the playoffs, so they need to beat Guilford, and also another goal that they have is always to beat Guilford.
That's right, it is anyway. I think we want to just see what the rest of the weekend brings for other teams and where we end up, but don't look past Guilford anyway, right?
That's right.
All
So
right.
we'll close it up here. This is our 9th game of the season. Hand is now 7-2 with a win tonight against Amity. Final score 28-4.